Is today, Game 7 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers, the biggest day in hockey history.
And here we are today talking about hockey, leading a show with hockey, the ratings, everything's been going trending, and the trajectory has been absolutely phenomenal.
In a year when hockey's enjoying increased viewership compared to many years in the past, it had kind of a dark maybe decade and a half even, of very low scoring. Scoring's up a little bit, and as a result, viewership has been up.
Sir, I'm just looking at this regular season, the most watched regular season since 2015, 2016, and the most watched regular season on cable in 30 years in the United States for the National Hockey League.
You have an opportunity for a Canadian team to end a over 30-year Stanley Cup drought and bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada. It's been since 1993 when the Montreal Canadiens last won the Stanley Cup.
So Canada has had a 3-decade-long cup drought, but that can obviously change if Connor McDavid and the Oilers pull off the unthinkable, win the Game 7. How much would this historic comeback mean not only for Oilers, but just Canada and its devoted fans?
Well, there are a couple of answers to that. It'll also be historic because if the Panthers win, they've never won the Cup.
So Gary Bettman there proving why he gets booed at all these events, every draft he goes to, every Stanley Cup ceremony, why he gets booed. That should not be your first answer. It's historic also because the Panthers, it'll be their first Cup. That's not why it's historic at all. A very small percentage of hockey fans would care about that. I mean, sure, it'd be great if Florida won for Florida fans, but this is a big deal because it's Canada in the Stanley Cup. So Gary Bettman, that was like a softball right over the middle, and Gary Bettman completely whiffed on that. The other reason it's so historic of a night and such a big day in hockey history is this has the potential of being perhaps the most epic comeback in North American sports history, at least in modern history. A team coming back from a 3-0 deficit to win a best-of-7 playoff series, this is North American sports in general, has only happened 5 times. It's only happened once in Major League Baseball. By the way, this isn't even including the fact that it's in the final. It's only happened in NHL history in the final once, but in baseball it's happened once. A team has come back from 3-0 to win. And in NHL it's happened 4 times. In the NBA it's never happened. But in hockey, it's only happened in one other time. 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs came back from 3-0 in the final to win the Stanley Cup. So this could have a potential of being an absolutely epic comeback. And it's not because the Florida Panthers are going to win. It's because Edmonton Oilers have a chance to pull off a massive comeback and on top of that, bring the Cup back to Canada for the first time in 31 years.
Commissioner Bettman, Shannon Sharp here. Let me ask you a question. We haven't had a team fall down 0-3 and win the Stanley Cup since the 42 Maple Leafs.
And to make this even a bigger game, Edmonton has the best player in the league on their team in Connor McDavid.
You always dreamt of yourself playing in that game and scoring that big goal or whatever. So, you're not sure you're ever going to get that opportunity. And, here we are with that opportunity.
The greatest moment in hockey history in my lifetime, at least in my opinion so far, has been this.
On the ice with Iginla. Iginla scores! Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
Other epic moments in hockey history include Miracle on Ice.
Up to Schultz, 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Henderson's goal at the 72 Summit Series.
McGuire has it on that wing. Here they're shot. Henderson made a wild stab towards Bell. Here's another shot. Right by the score! Henderson!
Gretzky and Lemieux linking up for this goal at the 87 Canada Cup.
Here's Lemieux poking at the center. Lemieux ahead to Gretzky. Has Murphy with him on a 2-on-1 to Lemieux. And on goal, he shoots, he scores!
Or the absolutely famous goal by Bobby Orr in 1970, the flying goal to win the Stanley Cup. So even against all those amazing moments, I still think today could be the most epic moment and the greatest day, biggest day in hockey history. Canadian team with the best player in the world, Connor McDavid, Edmonton Oilers, going into Florida, Game 7, they were down 3-0, plus Canada has not won a cup in over 30 years, 31 years to be exact. I think that all is a recipe for the potential of the greatest day in hockey history. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Whether you agree or disagree, either way, go Oilers and have a good day.